Figured while I have this guy out here for Meet the Collection, I'll let him cruise for a little bit after he's been so good sitting with me for a while. Who knows when I'll actually post this. Might save it in my back pocket for a rainy day, literally. But this is Charlie Murphy. Just did a Meet the Collection with him. Really, Charlie? He came out, he went down, he periscoped for a minute, and I thought this will be a great one. And I found a spot to hide his head, and he's all done. Doesn't realize his fat ass is sticking out everywhere. Come here, dude. Come on. Let's try to make an exciting video, huh? Get on here, do some laps or something. Get crazy. He's such a pretty animal. I love how dark he is. That tail contrast down there. It's tough because Astra's a snake I'm always trying to figure out what to do with as far as breeding her. I love her tail contrast similar to his, so it's tempting to me to put them together, but she's kind of the foundation of me going one direction and he's the foundation of going another. So if I mix them together, you know, while it could be really, really cool babies, and who knows, I might try it once just to see, it's kind of moving away from what I'm really intending to do with darker and lighter lines. But I mean, tail contrast like that is just one of my favorite things. That black is so dark, and it's kind of cool how it slowly turns into the more brown down his back, because that, you know, probably, I don't think you can really see how much of a difference there is between there and there. Like, that is more of a brown and that's deep jet black, but they both look the same when I'm looking at the lens here, which kind of stinks. You guys probably think I'm crazy, but yeah, this is a much lighter color back there than that is there. It stinks. What are you doing, Charles? I can still see you. You're not hiding, if that's what you think you're doing. It's like, damn it. But yeah, the side swipe gene for me, I really like. I love those clean sides. I don't think you can beat it. I think one of the somewhat, I don't want to say disappointing thing, because I really always imagined an ultra side swipe would be so cool. But it seems when you mix ultra with it, you get a lot of pattern manipulation from the ultra too, and you don't get as clean a sides. Some of them do, but not as consistently as I'd like, and who knows, in the future, 3 or 4 generations from now, maybe I'll get there, which will be cool. But for right now, that's frustrated me a little bit that I haven't got that super clean ultra side swipe that I envisioned in my head. But that's part of the fun, and that's part of what keeps breeding fresh, is having a direction, having a goal, and sometimes not hitting it. Sometimes you hit your goal too soon. There's not a lot of work involved, and now that project's, you know, not necessarily over with, there's more places to go, but it's not as exciting as something that takes you a long time and you finally get there. I also love on all the side swipes how they have the white. That little white strip between that black and cream just makes it pop so much more. And just his pattern is so wacky. I love that. It's all melty. It's like it's trying to fight between being a stripe and a reverse stripe, and it doesn't know what it wants to do, and it's just funky. And I like funky. You know, good clean stripe is great, but funky is fun too. You know, variety is the spice of life. And it's certainly that way with the snakes. I like that we can get so many different looks within the same genetic combinations, let alone, you know, when you start mixing stuff and matching, it can go real wacky. But it's so cool that you can do the same pairing 5-6 times and get such different results and get such variance within a clutch. Borneos are so much fun for that. And I really need this today where I'm remembering and thinking of all that, because the babies were so bad yesterday, I mean terrible, that I was swearing and saying I'm never going to breed Borneos again because they were just flopping all over the place and being so uncooperative. I literally last night, I almost posted on Facebook and said I'm never breeding Borneos again. I was that mad. 2 hours to clean 15 babies is fucking ridiculous. But when they don't want to cooperate, I had one, I could not get the damn thing back in his tub. The second he touched, he was just like a spring back in the air, and I'm trying to catch him so he doesn't flop onto the floor. And you know, you can't slam the tub shut because they come out so fast you'll slam their head in there. So sometimes it's tough. I put a lid on it, got it up to the slot. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fool him. No, he pushed the lid off no matter how hard I was holding it, and I didn't want to hurt him. So it was a pain in the ass. That one in particular, I was ready to chuck out the window yesterday. I thought about, you know, I could just put him up for adoption, get him the hell out of here. But it's really frustrating because I just wish they would just bite. I don't care about getting bit, you know. I mean, I avoid it when I can for the snake's sake, but it would be so much easier if they were like retics and they just wanted to fight you. Like, fine, fight me. But no, they want to flip out and spring into the air, and they are crazy athletic when they're babies. They're crazy athletic as adults, but baby Borneos are like nothing on earth, especially when they've got it in their head that they're not going back in that cage, or they're gonna do this or do that. It's super annoying. Well, Charlie really let me down here because I thought for sure he was gonna cruise a little bit, and he is not. I'm gonna get one of these days when I'm hanging out with these. I'm gonna get them moving around. I'm gonna do my Big T Positive girl soon. I can usually get her to move around a little bit. I'll get Raiden out here at some point. Raiden will move around a little bit. Plus I have to do a meet the collection on her, and I'm definitely doing her outside because she hates sitting still in my arms. So it'd be easier to do that out here, and she usually cruises quite a bit. But now that I've opened my mouth, they'll both come out here and just sit there. You know, these aren't the most exciting snakes in the world as far as you know, movement is concerned. I still think they're super awesome. As hopefully you'll have seen in his Meet the Collection video, you can see how personable he is and how much he's content just hanging out and come right up into your face and check you out. And you know, it's so cool to watch their little brains fire off and work, and know that he knows who I am, and know that he knows that he can trust me, and he's not concerned at all. You know, he's not that way with a total stranger, but he's that way with me because he knows me and has known me since the day he hatched. So I really enjoy that, building those working relationships where I trust them and they trust me, and we can just hang out and have a good time. We will see you guys. Mr. Charlie Murphy is out.